Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Higher and higher. You did fill me up with holy fire. Everybody sing along. Higher.
Hello, and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today for this live show. And we're so excited about everyone who has already joined us. How are you feeling today? How has your week been so far? I mean, February is just cruising through, nicely bringing us very close to February 14. And I'm sure some people are wondering, what's happening on February 14? What's the big deal about February 14? Is anything special going to happen on February 14? Of course, you know something special is coming on February 14, and that's Valentine's Day. And yes, I can imagine that when I said Valentine's Day, some people were like, oh no. Like, I've not yet bought the gift. Oh my goodness. I don't know what she's going to ask for this time. Oh, I'm clueless. What do I get for this guy that, in quote, I love so much? You know? So, yes, we're going to talk about a number of things that concern Valentine's Day. But one of the interesting things is, what do people really want? Because you say, okay, it's Valentine's Day. And if you know anything about Valentine's Day in Nigeria, you will know the song. Valentine is coming. Where is your boyfriend? In fact, it's the way they say the boyfriend in that song. Yes, but really, it's a question worth asking, especially for people who plan to get married someday. What's up? Are you married? Are you preparing to get married? Are you getting your eggs, your ducks in a row, as they say? Are you doing what is required to make sure that at the right time and in line with your desire and your plan, you say, I do? So Valentine is just a test, it's just the beginning, right?
Sound.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm getting feedback that nobody is hearing what I'm saying. Okay. Is anybody hearing me now? If you can hear me, please type 111. If you can hear me, please type 111. Let's get that feedback. Yes, you can hear me now. Yes, you can hear me now. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Amen. All right. Okay, so let's go. So, yes. So, we're talking about Valentine's Day, and we're saying, are you ready for Valentine's Day? But beyond that, right, let's go beyond just being ready for Valentine's Day. Let's go beyond, do you have a boyfriend or do you not have a boyfriend? Let's go down to the foundation. Do you even know what you want? Do you know what you want? If we say, okay, tell me the kind of person you're looking for. You haven't found him, let me help you. Just tell me the kind of person you're looking for. Can you answer that question? Yeah, so we will be discussing this and more on the show today. So don't go away. If you're still in the valley of decision, if you're still in that place of wondering, I'm not quite sure. I met this guy. He's nice, but I'm not really sure. You know, that kind of gist. Oh, yeah, today's the day. So call your friend, call your loved ones, call your cousins and everybody that you know that is in this same place with you. Let them join the show today, because you're going to have the opportunity to ask questions, and you're going to have the opportunity to hear from other people's experiences and join the banter in the chat room. So get ready. Now, if you have not yet subscribed to the show, I'm just wondering what you're waiting for. So please go ahead and like, share, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and please click that notification bell. Yes. Okay, in case you're wondering, who's this person that has just been talking on and on? My name is Anietia Bature. I am the host of the Common Sense for Relationship live show. Yay! Awesome. And on this show, we bring you valuable information to help you make better decisions in your life and in your relationships in particular. On the show with me today is my husband, Kingsley Bature.
Hi,
Yay!
hi. There's a way I always like to, be a very humble husband, HH, and that's the way I am today. Today I'm a humble husband. I'm not bringing any wahala. Me, I don't like controversy. Those people that somebody wants to jump out of their chair when I say I don't like
Even me,
controversy.
I'm shocked.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this? All right, hello everyone. I'm glad to be here on this auspicious occasion because there are some people that are literally sitting on a table, and I hope that there will still be a table by the time we are done. But on this matter, no, there are really questions to be asked because this Valentine season, I like to speak for guys here, please. This Valentine season comes with a lot of pressure, too much pressure. Do you understand? Pressure for guys up and down. So the question that we are dealing with today, what are you looking for, guys? Please. I need, after today's session, it needs to be very clear that as guys, this is me, as I am like this. Me, this is what I am looking for as a guy. So that I will get rid of all the pressure that comes with this thing. Before they will come and kill Omolomo boys for us. Do you understand? Yeah, so it's something to think about, right? Why is there so much pressure during Valentine? And why do Valentine will come, Valentine will go, people will still not marry? Do you understand? What did they look for pre-Valentine? What are they looking for post-Valentine? Why is it a problem to find, someone that is not just there, either to be dipping into the honey pot, or just to be dipping into the money pot? Do you understand? I'm saying things with two different sides of mouth. Do you understand? Some people are there for the honey pot, some people are there for the money pot, and it's putting pressure upon them. But we need to bring some sense of clarity. What are you looking for, so that you stop wishing and start finding, so that your Valentine comes because as Valentine is coming, with me and Barbie, there's not a lot of pressure.
Valentine is like mock exam. It gives you an idea to start knowing. Are you even ready? Because if you don't have Valentine, then that means you don't have fiance, all of that stuff.
All of that, yeah. Do you understand?
Just use it as an opportunity to do a self-evaluation.
But you also know one of the reasons why there is. Well, I said I wasn't going to shake any table, so let me respect myself. But I noticed that one of the reasons why guys also are under a lot of pressure during Valentine's because there is one chick, side chick, semi-chick, and another chick. Do you understand? There are chicks all over the place.
I see.
So, but if, like, as me am now, me and you, now there's not a lot of pressure. I know that the only place I need to try and do something is one direction. Do you understand? But when you have like 3 or 4, do you understand? And inside the 3 or 4, maybe 3 of themselves don't even know where they are standing, whether they are the main chick or the side chick or the alternate chick. Do you understand? That's a lot of pressure because all of them are expecting something from you. I remember one.
Imagine all of them now decide that they want you to take them to the same restaurant at the same time.
Anyway, we have some guests on the show.
Yes.
A single guy and a single lady.
Yeah.
Maybe when they come, the guy might tell us how he's going to run 3 chicks on Valentine.
For now, we say hi to all our friends and the Common Sense family who have joined us already. Everyone online. Yes, Queen Debbie. Oh, yes. Hello, Debbie.
Mike Kinney is here.
Yes, Mike Kinney is here. Hi. Hi, Mike. And we also see Omoron's there. Welcome
Dara
to the
Benny
show.
World.
Dara Benny World. Woo! Yes. By the way, she made this outfit.
Come on, give it up for Dara Benny. Dara Benny is one of her designers, So you can connect us. I'm actually one of Dara Benny's manager. So you can come through me. Just send in the chat box. I can connect you. If you come through me, you may get some discount. Do you understand? You may get like some discount, maybe some small discount. So if you like what you see, you know what to do about it. Put your money where your mouth is. And I guess that's what a lot of ladies will be saying in Valentine. If you like what you see, put a ring on it. I'm not saying anything. I'm not being controversial. Let's
Interesting.
continue with the show.
Okay,
I'm
and
just saying.
Witty Sports is also here. Hi, Witty
Hi.
Sports. And then Faith, we can hear you now. Fantastic. Okay, so
Lydia Idachaba too is here.
fantastic. So that's amazing. So I
We have
think
a lot
we're
of
good
people
to
online,
go.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Over to you. Should we bring the guest in now?
Yes.
Let them start the fire.
yes,
Producer,
let's start.
over to you now.
And now we go over to our guests, our special guests for today. We have two young, vibrant, wonderful people in the studio with us today. Number one is KJ.
You sound like all those people that are doing.
Yeah.
Yes. Our guests are now on. And we have two of them, like you said. You know, you did the introduction like wrestling that year. That and KJ in the blue corner.
Like Bam Bam. Was it Bam Bam Bigelow?
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And what's that guy's name? Ultimate Warrior. So
Only
KJ is in
Ultimate
the
Warrior. Okay, all right, yes.
Okay.
So
KJ is in the blue corner,
Yes.
and then in the red corner,
Gang,
so
gang.
with her pretty looking self, we have
Yoma.
Yoma.
all right, you're welcome, KJ and Yoma. It's a pleasure
Thank
having
you.
you on the show today.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
so share with us, what are your views on this whole matter of what men want, what women want, and so on?
All right, thank you very much for the opportunity. I was actually carried away by the music. It was so nice. But
By
before
the way,
then,
that's
that's,
her latest release. She did a collabo with Goke Ode. Yeah, so
the title
was
is
Goke.
Ayaya, right?
Abasi
Abasi,
Ayaya.
Ayaya.
Yeah,
That
that
was-
was the song on the
It's
intro.
amazing. So before the song came up, I was putting on my gloves. Yeah, trying to
Getting ready for the battle.
for the battle. But to start it, I would like to ask, ladies, what do you want from us? It seemed to be like you guys have a lot of needs. A lot of needs that we have answers to. So help us. What do you ladies want? I feel what guys want has already been said. And I'm pretty sure if you know guys a lot, you know that it's straight to the point. It's more like peace. We just like peace. So what do you ladies want?
I have a different opinion, but I'll share it
Hmm.
as we go along.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I want to say thank you. It's always amazing to talk about love.
Yeah.
I love so much. I like to talk about love. I've been single for been in the market for quite a while, so I come with a lot of experience. Nice. I think I have a lot to say. So I have a list
A list of what you want.
I want.
Okay.
So when you say what do you want, I'm like, okay, do we have all the time? Because I have things.
Just assume we have all the time.
Try to summarize. Okay. So I'm going to try to summarize what I want.
Okay.
First thing on my list, I want a Christian guy. Right?
Okay.
I know when Christian ladies or men say that they want a Christian, it sounds like cliche. People feel like, oh, Christian just says they want a Christian. But I like to explain so that people can understand me clearly.
Okay.
I want a Christian guy. So I want a guy who, number one, so it's number 1A. Number 1A,
Please, do I have lists?
she loves God
Okay.
because I love God.
All right.
A God lover. So I think it's easier to love the same thing. I want someone that I can be very passionate with.
Okay.
Enjoy the love. You know when you have friends that you have something in common, like they guys love games, right?
Yes.
So I want
Like
someone
PlayStation.
that can just be like we're inspired by that love
Okay.
for God. So I want someone that beautiful. And I'm not talking about those people in church, people that demand and stuff. It might not even be that popular, or some. It might not be the, but in his heart, he does love God.
Okay.
Number 1A. Number 1B, I
What
want
about her?
someone that hears God.
Hears God.
Yeah.
He has to hear God.
Yeah, he has to hear God.
All right, that's
At
good.
any level, really, but I want someone that hears God, right?
Okay.
You know, the Bible says that the steps of the righteous are ordered by God. So how can someone order you
If
if
you're
you're
not
hearing
hearing.
him?
Okay.
Right? So I want someone that hears God because I am still, well, God and I were working on our
Okay.
relationship, but I can say that predominantly my life has been God directed. So I don't want to have issues. I don't want to be in the middle of marriage. And they say you have to submit. So I'm now, God is not saying something. A guy is hearing another, it's not hearing. It can't work. So here's God, number 1B. Number 1C, someone who submits to God.
Okay.
Because I'm going to have to submit to you. God has been ordering my life up till the time where you come. So I don't want a situation where you come into my space and then when I have issues, God is saying something, you're saying it sounding like just this sounds crazy. Like, can God be telling us to go to Kafanshan? Yes, he can. So
Yeah.
these kind of things, we have to be able to hear them.
It can be scary though.
Yeah, so see why he has to hear it.
Yes, of course.
I have to submit to this person, And even if it comes from me, the fact that he can hear and he can submit is important. Because
Okay.
I now say to him, I believe that this is what the Lord is saying. He can hear and confirm because he's living, so he has to hear for himself. And
Sure.
we're able to move fast. Okay, let me take the remaining. I think I have like 5 others on this. I'm going to be
Yes.
very quick. Number 2, I want someone who's kind. Yes, it's very important.
Okay.
Again, we are submitting. So I think I based all the things on my list on the fact that I had to define the role of the place of a woman in marriage.
In marriage.
Right? And she's going to have to submit.
Okay.
So I need someone that is kind because they say that I should bring up my salary and give you. And you're not kind.
It don't be for you.
Right? But if you're kind, you say, oh babe, don't worry, I'll take care of the bills in the house. You need this expensive hair that came.
You just know that when you give him your salary, it will come back to you.
Yeah, exactly. I said, baby, can you have all
And you're like, no, just keep it. Ah, Odogu.
So
Okay.
I'm very submissive. So this guy is the champion of submission. Me, I don't say.
You know.
I can trust him.
Okay.
Number 3, I want someone that's selfless. I naturally do not know how to relate to selfish people.
Okay.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Okay.
I like to transact love very openly. I don't want, it's not going to be love if I'm holding back.
Okay.
Right? If there's something that I am now calculating, I'm now using wisdom. Let me use wisdom outside. I don't want to use wisdom with the love of my life. But because if it's a selfish person, after some time, I will start being careful with the person. It's a problem I have even in friendships.
Okay.
I do not want to live my life trying to be smart with my own
With your own
mind.
person.
So I want to be able to be vulnerable, be safe, because he's thinking about me, I'm thinking about him. So that's number 3. Number 4, I want someone who's a leader. I think I've said that. But yeah, there are people that, and when it comes to that, it's very personal. So there are people that can lead other women, but they cannot lead me. So when I'm relating with a guy, I'm checking if this person has what it takes to carry all that others, because I know he's quite heavy. Right? I've had a friend say, you can't date that guy, he can't carry what you carry. He can't hold it, he doesn't have the capacity. So I need someone who has clarity is very important. You are not sure what you're doing. I don't need to like to waste time. I have other things I do. As much as I'm single, fun. I have important things I'm doing. So if you're just coming to come and be playing around, Uncle, please don't worry.
Okay.
I don't have that kind of time.
So,
Don't play.
So I
don't
have
play.
like,
I think I'll stop here.
I have like
I think it's
two-
okay to stop there. Yeah, KJ.
I have like two questions.
No, but before you ask your question, people are asking online. Somebody wants to know. He said, is she married, single, taken, borrowed, waiting, or not ready?
Guys, just chill now. I'm here with her. I mean, come on. I'm also single, duh. But my question is, one, what does it take to lead you? When you say you need a man who can lead you, he's able to lead other people, but you need to be sure he can lead you. What do you mean by that? Like, what does it really take to lead you? What would it take to lead you? That's one. Number two, where is emotions in all of this?
Number one question, what it takes.
Yeah.
Right. I think one of the ways that I've learned leadership is what Jesus did.
Hold on,
Okay.
please. They said you must mic. Pastor
need to take
Remy
a break,
is on.
yeah.
He said you must mic.
Is low, right?
Is low, right? So we can sort that out, right,
Okay.
Yoma? So before you give that answer, right, let me read out some messages and yeah. So the mic, right. So
All right.
somebody said, "Gang gang, Yoma reminds me of someone I know. I wonder who that is. Daddy KB, I'm sure you know." I know the person. I know the person. Say Christian. Okay, you are listing.
Yes, I was
Christian hears God, kind, selfless, leader, capacity, clarity. Omo, Yoma. this man you are looking for is a good man. I like the man already, sir. I like the man already. Well, we are sorting out. Other people online are also giving their this thing, but maybe Babi, you have something to share before we go on the break and then
Well,
we'll be back.
it's interesting. What I like here is that she actually knows what she wants, which
Yeah.
is a very good starting point. A number of people don't take the time to even document what they want. You know, you ask them, do you know what you want? They say yes. But then so for some people, it's all in the head. But how many people have actually taken time to write it down? Because if somebody says, I want to buy you a car, right? And then you're like, I don't know, just buy any car. Well, it's a nice car, Sha. It's like, hello, you're not helping. And if the person is busy and doesn't have time to waste, you may just miss out on that opportunity. But if you knew exactly what you wanted, then you'd be able to say, I want a Mercedes, something, this, this model, whatever. And the person goes and just gets that for you, right? It's the same thing. What is it about life? Writing out these things, like writing the vision, making it plain, right? Part of it is that you're kind of making a request. Writing it down is like saying, Lord, this is what I want. You're making it very clear. You're making your request known, right? So that when the Lord wants to answer, find out, even in the Bible, that there are many people that had their lists, even though most people say, oh, if you have a list, it means you don't trust God. Hey?
Ha!
Why do you
You
have
see,
prayer
you see
points?
that one they worry me sometimes. But I think you need to bring perspective because this one that she has this list. Some people will tell you, if you have this list, you don't trust God. And so I'm just looking at the comments online. But before I go to the comments, right, I want you to say something about this particular list part, right? Is there a scriptural context for having list?
Oh, yes.
There is.
Abraham had this.
There is.
Yes, but I mean,
had this,
the easiest, there are many, but the easiest one is Isaac
Yes.
and Rebecca.
Rebecca, yeah, so.
Very easy. In fact,
had
and you know the
list.
interesting thing about list, when you start looking through the Bible and seeing list, you'll see that some people, their list was a combination of, as in people came together to do their list. So, number one, Abraham gave the first part. the servant now added his own. In fact, it's very funny because Isaac's list, he wasn't really involved in writing his list. His own was that I am a very call it humble or obedient son, and whatever my father says is okay, right? So, but there was a list, and of course, by the time the wife was brought for Isaac, he had absolutely no complaint. Another place where you will find that they worked with a list, even though some people will say, but that one is not a human being now. When Jesus needed the colt for his triumphant entry, there was a list. And the list was so effective that he could tell two people to go and bring the colt.
So you
there
see,
was no confusion about it.
so it's interesting to note
Yes.
that if you have a list, you know, when you say, I'm looking for who to marry, if you have a list, you don't even need to be around for them to find the person you are looking
Yes, if your list is so good, somebody can actually
Yeah.
find
for. Your
and say,
list,
"Hey,
somebody can
I
carry
know."
your list to the market,
Yes.
and they will find husband.
I've actually heard the story of a lady who had a list and, of course, shared widely with her friends. And then her friends went to a different event and she wasn't there. But they saw a guy, and the moment they saw it, they said, this looks like that guy that this our friend has been describing. Then they went ahead to get the guy's number on behalf of the friend and do the connection so that they could meet. So that's how precise you can be with your list, and people that are around you can help you make the connection, because maybe you are not everywhere and you don't get to meet people as often, but when you have extra eyes looking out for you, oh, fantastic, you can just be chilling and the husband comes by thanks to the activity of your friends who know what you're looking for because you took the time to prescribe it. Yeah. So I think I'll stop there for now and we'll go right back to Yoma. So Yoma, let's check your mic again. Just say hello, hello, hi, hi. And please, if you can hear Yoma, I just need 222. Just type 222 if you can hear Yoma loud and clear.
So if you're online and you can hear Yoma, please just type 222 so that she can continue her flow.
You must just say hello, say hi, tell us where you're from, and anything interesting about you while we get this feedback, because we need to be sure that they're hearing you before
Yeah,
we
we
go
need to
ahead.
be sure that they're hearing
So
you.
just keep saying something. In fact, you can even sing, Seth.
I am an interior designer.
So I think when you come closer to your mic, it's
Better.
yeah.
So my name is Yuma.
Okay, so they say it's still faint. So Yoma, I think you just need to pull that mic out and hold it in your hand. Let's
No.
do this.
Just move it closer to your mouth. You can still
Okay.
You're fine.
So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is it better?
I think they will tell us. They will
They'll
tell
tell
us.
us. For now, they still say it's still low.
No. So talk the way you are. Yeah.
I can hear you.
Of course you hear me.
Apart from that, like I can hear you through here.
Oh, you can hear me.
Yes, we can. Yeah, we can.
So once it's right in front of you, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
once it's right in front of you, we can hear you clearly.
They confirming that you can hear me now.
Okay, guys, feedback, please. Can
Feedback,
you hear Yoma now?
222 if we can hear Yoma.
If you can hear
clearly.
her loud and clear now, please just type 222.
Should I speak loud?
So George says they are increasing the wrong mic.
George, right?
George says they're increasing the wrong
Which
mic.
George is that? Let me know if you.
Is your judge.
He's my judge.
Yes, your
Who's
judge.
your judge? I hope your judge is not my judge.
It's,
Oh.
okay, so
And
there
you
are
say
many.
like
There,
So we
there
are
are
judging
many
the
people
same
that
judge, right?
George. There are many
Judge.
people that are taking ownership of
Judge
you.
is this judge?
The judge of the N of the
There are many
W
people that are
and
taking
O.
ownership of you, George.
George, behave yourself.
That's my judge. That's also my judge.
Okay. So we all have the same judge. Anyways,
All right, so we'll take a short break. We'll take a short break, and we will be back. We will be back shortly after. Okay.
George says I don't make them.
I'm not quite born. Oh, sorry.
Let's go. Let's go. Higher and higher. You then fill me up with holy fire. Everybody sing along. Higher. I
Okay, I do not like money. Please, I
Remove
do
the
not like
adverts.
money.
Let's see faces, please.
I'm not interested. Thank you. It's not for me.
Oh my goodness, this is interesting.
So they're already taking the people are taking notes
At
on
least
your.
now we know the mic is working.
Yes, they know the mic is working because they can hear your details. Right. So we are back.
Yes.
Right?
So we've heard
We're
everything
back.
that
Yes.
well, she gave us some of the items on her list. Yeah. And now let's hear KJ. What do you guys want?
Why you
Yes.
Okay, so I'll speak for me. She has given a list. Do I have a list? I have a mental list.
You see now.
Yeah, I have a mental list. So I'll start from myself, then I will try and touch what I think most guys.
Speak for guys, sir.
Touch.
Speak for guys.
He
Speak for
says she's going
guys.
to try to touch.
So let's start from me. So first of all, I know I need a woman who has a relationship, a working and active relationship with God established. And by having a relationship
Established.
with God, it's not just you going to church and praying and like, oh Father. I mean, you put God first in literally everything you do. Do you get? There should be an evidence for that. Like it should show that you have a relationship with God. It might not be in the bigger level or something, but let it just be obvious that there is this lady has a relationship with God. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two. Why am I feeling like I'm going to get attacked by
We're already attacking you.
They're already attacking you. Just be going. Be going.
George is sitting on that table. Anyways, yeah, a lady who has a relationship with God. Number two, a lady who knows what she wants, where she's going in life. You might not have figured it out well enough, but then you know that okay, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be at a certain time. It might be anything actually, as long as it's in line with God's purpose. Let me come and know that there's something I'm working with when it comes to your life. Do you understand? I don't want to come there and the field is shallow, like everything is just, it's just there. So I now have to start from scratch. No, help me. You get it?
I feel you.
Because the number of ladies I meet these days are just there. You know, they have this mentality of when I meet my husband, he will come and fix everything. I want to come and see something and I will work with. Do you understand? Necessarily doesn't need to be perfect, but there should be something. Okay, that's. Then number three, you just have to be industrious. Yes.
So you don't want someone that wants baby girl life.
That wants what?
Baby girl life.
No, you have to. Having a baby girl life is not a problem. Okay, as long as you can. As long as you can afford your baby girl life. You want something for yourself. It's not a bad thing to want a baby girl life. It's not also a bad thing for me to sponsor
it. Exactly.
I don't have a problem. Okay. But while you're single and having this need for a baby girl life, I hope you can sponsor it.
Okay.
Wow.
If I come, I still will do it, but you should be able to sponsor your baby girl life. Okay. And the reason I say you have to be industrious is because so recently, I fired somebody in my office, and I needed a replacement, and it needed to be a lady that would take off that place. Trust me when I said it was difficult finding. It was difficult finding a girl to feel that position.
I think you were not looking well.
I
Yeah,
tried.
you didn't
At least
look
I
well.
know I tried, Sha. So whenever they come,
You were looking in the wrong direction.
maybe. But the ones I met, each time I meet them, I'm like, okay, can you do that? Nah.
So you saying ladies are dumb?
I didn't say they are dumb. I'm saying the ones I met kind of have a problem with working. But then they have a standard.
I'm sure you met. No, let me not say anything. Just continue, Sha.
But then they have standards, Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to, okay. Here's an opportunity for you to work and earn the money to do what it is you want to do. So let's say I will take the blame, okay? I wasn't looking at the right place.
Thank you.
Okay,
I appreciate that.
So yes, she just has to be industrious. And finally, this one will sound a bit controversial. Yes. Oh, no, not finally. Too much. She has to be brilliant. Then finally, she just has to know me. She has to understand me. And here's why. Maybe, again, I would say, I've been meeting the wrong set of ladies. But the ones I've met don't take the time to understand me. Okay? They come with the general knowledge of men. Okay? And try to, should I say, shove it down my throat?
Or fit you into the mold.
Exactly. Okay, let me give you a random example. The way to a man's heart is through his.
Yeah.
That's a general
Yeah.
system. The way to my heart might not be my stomach.
Might.
Might not. Be.
Yeah.
It might be something that actually might be me watching you do what you love doing. That's the way to my heart. But when you come with that whole generalized idea about men and you try to fit me into that, no, it's not going to work. So, and that's one thing, because I feel like guys take out their time to try and understand ladies on a general level, and also the lady in particular. But not a lot of ladies take out their time to understand the man they're in a relationship with. Not a lot of ladies even take out their time to understand men generally. Do you understand? When should you talk to him? When should you know when it's the right time for you to, pour out everything it is you want to pour out? But not a lot of ladies know that. You just see him coming back from work and stressed out, and the next thing is download. It's not a bad thing. If the man actually has the bandwidth for it, good for him. Okay, he will add yours to it. But I feel wisdom is that you should know the right time to, or whatever it is. So yes, for me, these are my list. Now, generally speaking,
Sound like you're giving a lecture.
sounds like I'm giving a lecture.
Yeah.
Sure. Is that good or bad?
Not bad. It's not bad. It's just yeah. I'm
All
learning.
right.
So
So I can see, KJ, you also have your
I
list.
do, of course.
You said it's mental though, so I would advise you to write it down. Okay, very important for you to write it down. So some of you wonder why it's important to write these things down, because when you write things down, do you realize that when you take notes, for instance, in a conversation, and you want to take note of the important things and you actually write it down, do you realize that you remember
They
it
stick,
for longer?
yeah.
Yes.
Just the fact that you wrote it down is part one. Part two is that if for any reason you forgot, you would be able to go back and, read what you wrote. It's as simple as that. Now, when you have written it down, you're able to recognize faster and better when the right person comes along. And you're also able to recognize very quickly when the wrong person is trying to come and take up space. So you can just from a distance, oh, sorry. And in fact, you already, because you already have a plan. So for someone like me that was really interested in marrying somebody who wasn't vertically challenged, it was very easy for me to just,
Basically, just-
Yes.
Now that's a thing. That's another thing.
yeah.
That's another thing. You didn't actually put that in.
It's not probably not a priority for her because,
very
I mean,
true.
she's not in my condition. But you see, so, when
it used to be.
when
I
you have,
just switched.
when you have those issues, right, or some things that you're really particular about, then you will know to say no when the wrong person comes around.
along, yeah.
And that way you don't waste your time and you don't waste the person's time. So knowing what you want really will help you and will help other people that come in your space. So you tell the guy, oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for your interest, but I'm not interested. Nicely, politely decline and let them move on and you move on. But then even if you're in a group of people, so many people, right? And then everybody's just going about their business. Let me tell you, if you have written down what you want, in that crowd, you'll be able to spot 2, 3, or more people who are kinda like what you're looking for. And then you can intentionally bring yourself into their space. So imagine you go for a conference and the guy that looks like the person you would be interested in is sitting on table 3 and you're on table 6. Why do you have to continue doing the conference on table 6 when there's an extra chair on table 3? So it's just say, oh, excuse me, facilitator, can we move seats? I'm kind of, And the guy says, oh, of course, you can move. Yes, interact. We want you to meet people. Yes, move to that table and be nice to everybody on the table. And at the end, probably exchange numbers with everybody on the table. But you have gotten close enough to be able to know the guy, have a conversation with everybody, say one or two things that if he also knows what he's looking for, he probably will say, this lady sounds kind of interesting. Maybe I should get her number as well. So it's really important for you to know what you want because it just helps you. It makes you very effective in weeding out what you don't want and zooming in on
What you do.
and making the right connections with what you want. Yeah.
Interestingly, the chat room has been burning up.
Okay, let's hear
Has been
it.
burning up. George says, KJ, please don't speak for us. Nobody anointed you as our mouthpiece.
I know why he's saying that. You know what's
And then Pastor Revi said, Annie, did they toast the guy on their friend's behalf? Do we know?
Yeah. They actually reached out to him, made the connection, got his number, and
Yeah.
made the connection with their friend. Yeah.
Interesting. They said, George said, what if, see wahala, what if she doesn't know where she's going? Can she follow you on Instagram? And why are you meeting plenty ladies? It's like somebody's on your matter. Somebody's on your matter. This. Debbie said, George, what do you want? George, put your list for us. George, Debbie is asking, can you put your list for us? Put your list. Say, KJ, where did you meet them? Where? KJ, they're not letting you go easy. Jimoski, he's not the only one. Jimoski says, KJ is always hiding behind the fence. Oga, come outside. KJ, Oga, come outside. You're always hiding behind the fence. As in, don't play. Just open up. You are still being diplomatic, perambulating. Come outside. See how Yoma was very clear. She clear die. Come outside.
What part of what I said did you understand? You understand everything?
George says, Deb, I need to know where he's looking, so I will avoid that side.
Oh my God.
When Debbie said, Jimoski, come outside and do what exactly? What exactly do you want me to come outside and do? Jimoski now said,
KJ is looking for
rich lady
rich lady.
to marry. Because he said she should go and find her own baby girl life. You see why they say you should not speak. No, but you have something to say about
I'll
this.
respond to if you I can. So when I say she should, let me start with the one that said I was looking for a rich lady. No. What I was actually trying to address there are the standards ladies have that they cannot even attain themselves. No, let me say this. Some ladies. Let me mention that. There are few of them. So you need bone straight of about 600,000 naira.
Mm-hmm.
You want to wear bone straight.
Mm-hmm.
600,000 naira. You want to go out on weekends, have this particular lifestyle you want to have, but you can't afford it.
So?
That's not a problem. Problem is, you want a man that is also probably going through a phase in his life.
He's a promising young man.
To be able to afford these things. Now, not just that, you base your entire, should I call it, love or whatever it is, on whether or not he can provide these things. If he can't, then that's not him.
Yeah, that's not
Okay.
him for them.
Yeah, okay, so now let me ask you a question.
Yeah, but that's
let me
what
ask
they
you a
want.
question.
Okay.
KJ, what you have said is the trigger for this question. Yoma, do you really think it's a good idea for ladies to be asking guys for stuff when they are not yet married? Example, this bone straight, you're mentioning 600K, for instance.
It's not even
Is
when
it-
they're not married. is when they can't afford it.
Why is that the problem? Yes. So when she was gonna ask me the question, I was like, I have to say the truth. Well, I was kind of like enjoying, being on the defensive, right? I think it's okay to want your man to, come and make your life better. That's why he's your man. So you might not be able to afford certain things, but it's okay to dream of a man who can make life better for you. It's okay. I'm personally not that way, but it's just because of the way I'm wired. But I don't see it as a crime or a fault if a woman has fantasies of a man who will make life better for her. I really don't.
Everybody likes a better life.
Exactly. So that's what she wants.
The lady, I don't think there's anybody that sits down and be like, oh, I don't like. Even me, I like it when my wife buys me a PS5. Yes, I love
Okay,
it.
okay.
I like it.
So let me explain. So let me explain my own perspective, right? So personally, I'm not driven by, I'm not trying to look for the richest man. So there are much more important things to me, like joy, peace, comfort. I don't want someone that will slapping me. I want someone that loves me. So I'm more focused on those things, right? But I don't necessarily think that it's a crime for those people who feel like those other things are important to them. And to answer her question, right? I do not think it's okay for a woman, right, to place any form of financial demand on a man who is not your husband. Like, I'm not saying your boyfriend. Like, even your boyfriend is free. He has not married you. Even your fiancé. I feel like the time your father literally hands you over to him, that's the time to, So, but I don't think it's a crime if after that a woman has certain things that she wants. I'm not focusing on those things because I've seen a lot of life and there are more things that are personally more important to me. But I don't think it's a crime if a woman wants those things from a man.
It's not a crime, actually. It's
Okay.
not a crime. I'm not talking about.
So because you sounded really peeved, like you were upset.
I am
back
taking
goes-
away. See, I'm not
on.
talking about when you're married. When
Oh.
you're married, of course, you can have all of that expectation.
She wants the bone straight when you're married. Okay, so you give her when
I'm
she's
talking
married
about
to you.
when you're not married. You
Oh,
know, in a relationship.
okay.
We all.
Okay, now I
So we're
like
on
the
the same
feedback in
page.
the chat on this matter. So first of all, someone sent me a message on WhatsApp to say, is it a problem if the man wants to marry a rich woman?
It's not a problem as well.
So you see, the questions are coming out.
Eh.
Now. The questions are coming out.
it's not everybody wants what they
it's
want.
It's not just one side.
Yes.
It's not just your own side. Yes, on the women's side.
Yes,
The men
the
too
men,
would also like
yeah,
to marry
the rich
woman.
man.
Yes.
No man, like he said, no man. She's buying me PS5. I don't mind. I do not.
And there are women out there who are ready to
Oh,
do.
yes, they
The
are.
world is changing.
So let me add another thing to the kidney. The question I want to add there is it possible, coming from the guy's side though, that a number of these ladies that are looking for this already made guy is married men that they are looking for, they are giving married men specs and saying they want to marry a young man, but they are giving married men specs.
See, that's where the question comes in. What do ladies really want?
Because the fact is, now the guy's mic is not functioning optimally. Can't hear him. KJ, it's now your turn to make sure you're speaking directly into that mic.
Directly.
Like if
Chill the mic. Hey, bro, you gotta chill, man.
So somebody said it's not a problem to marry or date a rich woman. It all depends on what they both want. That's the cocoa that we're asking.
What do you want?
What do
Yeah.
you want? So
Yeah.
everybody has to be able to define that. What do you want? Do you want just the money? Because as a counselor, with almost 2 decades of experience, right? One of the problems that I have is that when couples come in, some of the things they complain about were not things they started. It's always the case of, it wasn't like this when we started. She's not the woman I married. Do you
He's not the
understand?
man I married.
He's not the man I married.
Yeah.
Of course he's not the man you married. You guys have been married for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. Something's going to change. it's one park has appeared, it's not the man. Do you understand? After, yes, amusement park. After the woman has dropped to some roundness will appear, she's not the same. So how do you expect him to stay the same in personality, in character? Changes will happen. So both people have to evolve. So the question we need to ask is, when you were getting married, what do you look for? If you looked for money, if money was the thing, it means that if money is not in the relationship, then the relationship should end. Now, if money is not in the relationship and the relationship is having problem, is it really a problem? Do you understand what I'm saying? If money is not there and the relationship is having problem, it means that what joined the relationship together is money.
not there.
So it means that the only solution to that relationship is not
Is
to
money.
come to my office and be telling me about plenty things that are not working. It's to just get money and the relationship
be
is back
alright.
together. So what do people want? So if you wanted something else, if you wanted love, if you wanted caring, the question I will ask, is caring still in the relationship? Do you understand? These are things that we need to itemize and we need to bring out very clearly. So that as we are going, even when we are changing, we are checking as we are changing, the things that we want, are they still there? Because as you change, there was a time when I used to eat everything that they cook for me in my house. But now, as I'm changing, and then the doctor starts saying that you can't eat some things, once you just clock 40. You can't, do you understand? It means that I'm going to change. The person pre-40 and the person post-40 is different.
It's not the same.
And by the time I change how I am asking for food, quarrel is going to start because my wife will say,
That's
"This
not
is
what
the
I'm
way-"
used to.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm used to. This is the way we used to do your food. But the way has changed. Can we adapt? The question is, both of us now need to come back and ask, what do we want? So it's like, that question is an ongoing question. But before, if it is pre-marriage, we have to understand that we have to answer that question on the basis of the fundamentals.
Okay, now I'm laughing because I just saw George's comment. George says,
I want hot puff.
I want
But
hot puff.
why are you like this?
Okay, all right. So something important I want to say, just seeing of this comment you have just made, right? When you see that people will change in the course of their relationship, in the course of their marriage, when you see that people will change, how are you going to determine from the beginning, right, whether you'll be able to stick with this person through the changes that they experience? And this is where it is important for you to note, okay, that if you pay attention to the core of who a person is, to a great extent, you will be okay.
So that means what you want in the things you are itemizing
Yes.
are the core of that person.
Yes.
In other words, in branding, what they used to say is that when you give the qualities of your target client, you do what? You can even create, what's that thing called? You can create a, what's this thing called now? A persona of your target client. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what will happen is, when you put the qualities of this person, when you put him together,
Yeah.
what does his persona look like?
Yes.
Does it look like an odogu? Do you understand? Is he
Yeah.
an odogu guy?
Yeah.
Is he a trophy wife? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Whatever he is, when you've put his persona together, that will also determine, because after the first question of what you want, the next question is, where are you looking for it? Because if you put the persona of what you want, then it means that it becomes easy for you to look for it in the right place. You cannot be looking for odogu in...
So this is why I would say that it is quite necessary for you to meet a Christian, because when your core is
It's
Christ,
God.
is God, even when you change over time while you guys are married, the foundation there is Christ.
Yeah,
So your
and
changes-
KJ, I like what you're saying, but then my concern is that you are spiritualizing it too much. When you start saying the core is Christ, somebody will say, what's going on here? What I need you people to understand is that when it comes to Christianity, it's not just about the title.
Yes.
It's about the lifestyle.
So
I
it's
need
about
to
what you
focus
can
on
see.
me.
Yes.
It's
yes.
about the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you have to know that this Christ that we're talking about has to now enter the person,
person.
has to enter their nature, has to enter their character, has to enter their behavior. Do you understand what I'm saying? So by their fruits you shall know them.
Exactly.
Do you understand? This core is about who is this person. There's the person that this person is that you know that it would take a lot. It would take something so critical and something so serious for this core to change. It's just like somebody coming to marry me in hope that I will stop laughing. You have made the worst mistake of your life.
Wahala.
It cannot happen.
Oti
Do you
no.
understand? So for you to come and marry me and expect that, I'm hoping in the near future she'll stop singing. It's just not going to happen. There are some things that are core. Or somebody's to come and marry me and be hoping that in the next few years, probably I'll get to 6 feet. Yeah.
No.
There are things that are core. They will not change. It will take probably a miracle for that change to happen. So when you are choosing and you're saying, I'm trying to find somebody, make sure that you are happy with that core. And make sure that you're not busy hoping that the core will change. Do you understand? So if a thief is a thief at the core, don't be expecting that, well, I'll marry this thief, he's fine, he's good looking. I like the way he speaks to me. And in fact, when he comments me in the morning, I just feel like I'm the most wonderful person. I'm just trusting that by the second year, he will no longer be a thief. But he has been stealing all his life.
All his life.
He makes his living by stealing.
Yeah.
And then you are now expecting that the core, the criminal within, will be transformed.
The criminal within.
Do you understand? So
And-
these are
and
things
this-
that you need to pay attention to. It's not just to just be wishing. When you're writing that list, all those fears God, loves the Lord, translate it to character. What am I seeing? What's the evidence that I'm seeing now in this person?
In
If
fact,
not,
George-
people use
George-
title and confuse you.
Yes, George says the problem now is that they are not selling fruit again. No, it's now smoothie, and we don't know their fruit again. So it's like we can't find fruit. We can't find. So we can't find fruit again. So it's smoothie. Everything has been mixed up. That's the challenge. You understand? We have Jimoski in the backstage. Jimoski, I hope your network will allow you to speak. Oh, Jimoski, they said your cam is not connecting, so we can move on.
Yeah. So some of these comments are really funny. Now somebody's saying he wants fried plantain and it should be burnt
It should be born.
with his spots.
Yes, you said we can't be changing anyhow. Some changes can be annoying. Exactly. That's very true.
Yeah.
Some changes can be annoying. However, it must be that it is not the fundamentals. The fundamentals will not change. Yeah, you were going to say something.
I think you guys heard of the story of this is actually a real life story. People talk
Speak
about-
up, mister.
I think we've talked about it before, where the lady is a music minister
Yeah.
and she has a husband, and just because whenever they invite her outside the administration, the husband will always ask her to make pounded yam
Try.
before she goes for the ministry.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't do that, it's a problem. Now let's assume that was never the case before they got married, and this is a huge change. How is she now supposed to handle that whole change?
She probably would have seen
Yes.
signs. So now the
Yes.
thing is, so hold
I
on.
don't
You
think
know
that is-
something interesting is that sometimes people will say he wasn't like this, but you have to realize that there are signs if you look well.
Absolutely.
And that is
always
why,
signs.
and that so people will ask you, how long should my relationship be? People will ask you, how long should my relationship be? And you will just be busy saying, some people say, 6 months. Some other people say, it needs to be as long as 2 years. So I say it needs to be long enough for you to determine
Aye.
whether you can spend the rest of your life with this person. Do you understand? So give yourself enough time to know. Give yourself enough time to be able to see. Give yourself enough time for the person's true nature to start manifesting. Because some people, if you date, they can package well, especially when you're always in a controlled environment. If you're always going out for dinner in a nice restaurant and everybody is polite, you won't get to see how this guy reacts in certain conditions. But allow yourself time to get to know this person. Allow yourself time for other people to make an input. Oh, I saw this guy somewhere. Oh, he's really nice. When he did not know he was being interviewed or he didn't know he was being screened by some people that you have told, this is the guy that is interested in me. But when you're doing all it's just the two of us, I don't want to bring other people to it. It's just you are not giving anybody else the opportunity to know this guy and to be able to make an input. There's how you know, back in the day, you just take the guy, oh, I'm just going to see this senior friend of mine.
Yes.
And you just innocently, carry the guy there, but the senior friend knows the duty. And the duty is screen. What is he saying? How is he behaving? What is he... at the end, just by feeling, they can tell you, I think this one is good. And sometimes they can tell you, there's something. There's something. I can't quite place it, but be careful. Do you understand? So give yourself time. Time in prayer, time in studying the person, time in going to different kinds of environments so that you see how he reacts with his family, with friends, with a poor man, with a rich man, with his boss, with his subordinates, so that you just get to know all of this stuff. When you have gathered enough, then you'll be able to say, okay, yes. This guy is okay, or this guy is not okay. Do you understand?
But do we really know
Mm-hmm.
that we're supposed to let others know, like people like you, know?
Aha.
Do we know? Because the truth of the matter is that
There's a generation that doesn't know.
we don't know that. In fact, there are people that don't know that don't think it's really necessary for me to bring my
My prospect.
My prospect, and this is the person I want to go out with. Okay, what do you think?
But you
We
see,
all want to hide under that.
most people want to do that, and then they come back to me because I'm the one that, see, I'm talking from a place of view where I'm going through a lot. Because by virtue of my position, I hear a lot of things. And then they come back and say, it's as if guys all over the place are pretending. Guys are pretending. You can't know who is real. You can't know... I said, they are pretending, Bawo. Me, I know you. I didn't even know that you are going out with somebody. Do you understand? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's that if you want your relationship to succeed, and if you want, you have to expose it to other sets of eyes. That's why I always say, even if it's a prospect, the prospect should get into your circles.
Yeah.
Do you understand? The prospect, if you are not confident enough to get your prospect into your circles, then you have to change one thing: either change the prospect or change the circles. Because your circle should be able to protect you if the prospect is not viable, and your circle should be able to do what? Preserve for you your relationship if the prospect is viable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Somebody says, what if you need 10 years to know the person? You're not serious.
You're not serious. Sorry, Jimoski is backstage.
Yes, Jimoski.
Is backstage. He has a burning issue on his mind.
All right, let's hear this.
Jimoski, please, you're live. Can you speak?
Good evening, everyone.
Can you guys? All right, Jimoski, go ahead.
Alright, so,
Okay.
okay, so,
Is he speaking?
The kind of person I need, I'm very sure that I will need certain resources to be able to create that kind of person. Because there are lots of us out there, there are lots of things we are expecting from people, lots of expectations we want from people. There are lots of things we want how somebody to be, how somebody to behave, how somebody to be this and be that. And if you look at it in the market, I'm not saying you cannot find as many qualities you can find in your partner, but I believe there are few you can find in certain people. And as time goes on, both of you can decide to build the remaining one that is lacking into that journey you are going in. So the issue of people demanding for a lot of things, I'm not personally be that, I believe.
Jimoski, I think you need to type. They said the echo on your mic is too much, and we need to.
Okay, and we need to wrap this up. Time is.
But the conversation just they get me, and I'm feeling that I like the openness. I like the realism. So they can give us another 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
Let's just round up.
All right.
Let's just round up the conversation, right? So
So Jimoski, we're waiting for your comments, right?
Jimoski, please just type your comments. Just type your comments and then we can take it from there.
Oh, okay. I can hear now. Thank you.
Morenze says, 10 years, someone else's child started junior secondary school. And you're still there studying.
But
That's interesting.
sadly, that's a reality.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Yeah.
that's a reality because some people are in a relationship for 5 years. That's how long it took me to graduate from university. So if you are in a relationship for 5 years, the guy has not popped the question, right? And you guys are in a relationship. It's not as if you guys are just friends. You're in a relationship for 5 years, and the guy has not popped the question. You should be asking for a certificate of participation. You understand?
Yeah.
You should ask for certificate of participation when you leave. So what I'm saying is, after that 5 years, you should break up, then ask for certificates of participation in his life.
Yes, 5 years.
Because the experience you had in his life is a long time.
Yes, 5 years of.
It's okay if the 5 years you guys were friends. That's different. But you are in a relationship 5 years and they are not married. My sister Valentine is coming. Break up and demand for certificate. In fact, you can come to me. I'll give you a free session on the end of life of relationship because that's the problem that relationships have. People break up now. They just jump into the next relationship and they are hurting themselves up and down. They have a lot of hurting people, hurting others.
Jimoski is saying here that the demands I think he's trying to say the demands that we're making these days are on the high side. Right. Yeah. And this is it. So this is what I'll say to that. And Jimoski, I'm hoping that you'll be able to post the full comment soon. Yes. But just picking on that, you see, the issue here is that, and I'm going to speak from a woman's perspective, okay?
Speak.
We know that we are helpers suitable. So that means that whoever it is we're going to marry is going to need some help. If it is that you are coming to this person and you expect him to be a finished product, he has everything in place, nothing missing, nothing broken, there's absolutely nothing for you to do. What's going to be your use? What's going to be your value in that guy's life? Do you understand? So if you are looking for finished, and the interesting thing is that the examples of this finished product that you are seeing, a lot of times, that example is a married person.
I said it
that
before.
Some other lady, some other woman has done work, do you understand? Has contributed in how he appears, in how he speaks. Knowing that you're a work in progress, you now come and you are insisting that you want finished product. You want somebody that is all of that when you yourself are not all that. I always say make it a fair deal. So just be fair.
The set sound is off. What just happened?
Okay.
It's back? Okay, sound is back.
Is it back? Can you hear me? Oh, so all this preaching I've been preaching now, if you don't hear what I said. Hi.
No, did you guys hear? Online, if you say sound is off, okay, no, then it must have been network. It's network because the sound was going and was up clear. Yeah, it's network. Right, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So I was saying that I've forgotten what I was saying. Yes, thank you. I was saying make it a fair deal. So the guy that you're seeing, that you're liking, that you want, and all of that, probably somebody, a number of times, that model is somebody else's
Hard work.
outcome, somebody else's hard work. They've done their part, and you're seeing the finished product, and you're saying, "Oh, wonderful! That's the kind of person I would like." But are you willing to go on a journey to polish another person? Because you are work in progress. The person too is work in progress. He will do some work on you. You do some work on
That's
him.
very the
So,
key.
yeah.
That's the key. The
So-
key is everybody stop. If you are single, you cannot be looking for a finished product. God did not give a finished product to Adam. Eve was well constructed, well sculpted, but Eve was given to Adam like a garden.
That
Just
he
the
had
same
to
way-
tend and keep.
Yes, just the same way he gave Adam also a garden. So God created the environment, but you are the one that will bring the fruitfulness. You are the one that will bring the multiplication. You are the one that will bring all those 5 things he said that man should produce. It is by the relationship, by the cultivation, the cultivating, the nurturing, that the person becomes those things that God is desiring,
Yeah.
and that all of you are also desiring.
Yeah.
So it means that both of you have to realize that both of you are not finished products, and by your relationship, the best of both worlds comes out when
Yeah.
both of you connect.
Yeah. So the important thing is check for if you are demanding the core, it won't feel like a high demand because it's who the person is. Do you understand? If I say I want somebody who is trustworthy, whose yes is yes, do you understand? Somebody who is on time, somebody who is dependable, somebody who, whether I'm there or not, I know will conduct himself in a certain manner. It's the core. The guy won't feel like it's a high price when I have, because it's who he is already. It's if I come and meet this person and then I'm saying I also need him to have a house in Banana Island and 2 G-Wagons. That's when it's becoming too demanding. Bros.
Maybe you're looking for a
He
Yahoo boy.
finished university.
Maybe
He
it's
finished
Yahoo boy you're
university
looking
the
for.
same time that you were finishing your own. Have you worked and have you bought a house in Banana Island? Do you have 2 G-Wagons? Why are you placing that kind of demand on him? Do you understand? So if it is core, it's not a problem. It's when you now start bringing all the excesses and you want the person to have everything, including the core, then you're giving yourself unnecessary stress. And yes, at that point, to feel like it's too high a demand.
And there's something that Oluremi Agbede said, Pastor Ray, but he said, now society is changing,
Yes.
and we are seeing a lot of boss ladies who have hit the top of their career or business so quickly and smartly. Ladies should in this wise bend backwards and accommodate, but be ready to accommodate and help your man up. And this is the part I'm going to say something that Christian ladies are not going to like. Every Christian lady prays that God will send him a God-fearing man, right? That's what every Christian lady prays for. But have you read the part before the God-fearing man that was made, where he said that the man I will make you a help meet suitable for you. There's a balance to this thing. It means that you have a kind of a help that you need to give to this particular man.
Exactly.
So, as a boss lady, for example, the kind of help that you need to give, is it the kind of help of a financial nature?
Probably.
It may be. But that may also be if the man himself checks the kind of boss that he needs to be for you. It means that he may not match you financially, but he will match you in every other wise where you need to be tended and to be cared for.
Example,
and to be
he
kept.
may not have the money, right?
Yeah.
But he has the looks, he has the packaging, he's kind. He knows how to speak with people at your level.
Yes.
He has 2 degrees, maybe 3. But it's just that the combination of all those things has not yet resulted in him
Time and
having
chance.
a job that brings him to your level financially. So maybe your role will now be, what can I do to help this guy to level
To
up
get
when it
there.
comes to finance?
Yeah, and so you see this help. We have to be practical.
And sometimes
about-
you might not even
yeah.
level up, but your collaboration.
Yes,
Does the
yeah,
job.
that's where I was coming to.
Yeah.
Your collaboration, because it may be that you have the resources, but this guy is an adept manager of resources. In which case, you may have the resources, but the guy, but you may have the resources, but the guy himself may be excellent at being able to invest your resources, manage the resources to make the family unit produce more. So we always have to be checking. It's not about, because if we are going into a long-lasting relationship, it's really not about me or it's about
It's
you.
about the family.
It's about the family. It's
Yeah.
about us. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So, for example, me and my wife, there was a season we went through where at that season of our life, things were down for me. She was the breadwinner of the family at that time. She was the one winning the bread. But whenever she wins the bread and bring it, I have to make sure that bread, whether it is 5 loaves and 2 fishes, it must feed the
Multiplies.
5,000 of all our needs. Do you get?
Yeah.
So at that time, I became an excellent manager of resources because so when I manage the resource, I can go to the market with our family budget, and by the time I go to market, I will price like market woman, and then by the time I come back home, I will ensure that we don't spend all our money. Whatever I didn't spend in the market, I brought back to the family purse, and it was now a plus because it was intended to be a minus. See, I did a lot of accounting in that season of my life. But what am I saying? It is being an adept manager of resources.
And it's just a form of collaboration. So
Yes.
it's not always about he must have as much money. And Pastor Rehoboth has said here that in fact he knows he has a daughter who did this, who helped her man up. She's a full manager in Zenith and helped her husband to get contracts worth up to 150 million and more. So it's just about how do you help that person in your life? And it's 2 ways, right? It's both ways. You, man, help your wife. Woman, help their husband. And let's grow together.
Omorans, they say
Yeah.
there are different ways of making deposits in a relationship, as well as different things you can deposit. The problem is some women don't want to deposit, they just want to withdraw.
Omorans.
We are in a society that is changing.
Yes.
But then we also, there are the male and the female who are not ready to adapt to these changes. in society.
And that adaptation is very key. Yoma, any last words before we round it up?
I find this very interesting. I think for me is what Pastor Annie was talking about, the core.
The core.
And that's why if I were to speak to ladies, I would say money, you can make money.
Yeah.
You as a lady, you can. So one of the reasons why I don't look at money as a criteria, because anybody can make money. Yahoo guys can make money, And there's something the Bible talks about, time and chance. Some people are just on their way. Like, they just need somebody to just, and it's done. So I'll just say that thing about the call, that really stood out to me. And it's something that I would say to any lady. I think it's smart. So it's not just trying to be good or to be moral, but I think it's very smart, right? Secondly, you will get a chance as a lady to prove to a man that you are there for him. So when you say things like, oh, he has to bring this to me, bro, are you there for this person? Like, because love stands the test of time.
Bless you.
That's
Awesome. Thank you. Well done. Yoma, that's amazing.
Of time. So they said there has to be a part 2 of this conversation. we have to go because
Yes, our time is
10 minutes
up.
that extra that we have to answer
You
is exhausted.
exactly.
We have
You've
exhausted.
collected extra self.
Yes, so we have to go.
Yes, all right. Thank you so much to everyone for joining the show today. Thank you so much, Yoma, and thank you, KJ, for bringing all that
Thanks for
juice to the
having
show
us.
today. And thank you for staying on and for your interesting comments, questions, and for the people that wanted puff puff. And for the people,
I
in
wanted
fact,
plantain.
yes, we will see again next week on the show. Thank you, my wonderful husband and co-host, and I thank myself and I thank our team.
Yeah,
Dan on the camera, Fred on some things, and everybody.
Everyone.
Martin,
Did you mention
Martin,
even Faith, even
Faith,
Jay
Jay all the way from Port
Virtual,
Harcourt, yes.
on site,
Yes,
veteran.
team.
So
we should thank team on site and off site,
team
remote.
off-site. Yeah, remote team.
Wonderful people. God bless you. And like we always say on the show, remember, common sense is not so common. See you next week. Bye.
Where do you relocate to? So what church you attend now?